Imagine waking up every morning and feeling unstoppable. Not because you suddenly feel motivated, but because you have a system that carries you forward no matter what. Too many people wait for the spark of inspiration, the surge of energy that they think will change everything. But here's the truth. Motivation comes and goes like the tide. It's unreliable, fleeting, and often disappears at the very moment you need it most. What actually changes your life, what transforms your reality, isn't motivation, it's discipline. Discipline is the silent force that pushes you past excuses, that makes you show up even when the world whispers that you shouldn't. It's not glamorous, it's not flashy, but it's consistent. It's the choice you make every single day to honor your commitments, to take the small steps that no one notices, to do the work even when no one is watching. And here's the secret. Those small, disciplined actions compound over time, creating momentum that motivation could never sustain. Today, we're going to explore how embracing discipline, not waiting for fleeting inspiration, can reshape your life, fuel your growth, and unlock results you once thought impossible. We live in a world obsessed with motivation. Everywhere you look, people are searching for that rush of energy, that spark that will make them feel alive, inspired, and ready to conquer the world. And while motivation feels amazing in the moment, it is inherently unstable. It rises and falls like the sun. It cannot be controlled, predicted, or relied upon. One day you wake up energized, convinced you will finally tackle your goals, and the next day you struggle to get out of bed or pick up where you left off. That's the harsh reality of motivation. It is tied to emotion, and emotions are fleeting. They are influenced by your environment, your mood, your external circumstances. A powerful speech, a moving quote, or a surge of adrenaline might push you for a few hours, but soon enough the feeling fades, and with it, your momentum. Discipline, however, does not rely on emotion. Discipline is the decision you make to act regardless of how you feel, the commitment to honor your word to yourself and your goals, even when every fiber of your being resists. Discipline is not dependent on external factors. It is internal, unwavering, and consistent. It is what separates people who dream from people who achieve. When motivation disappears, and it will, discipline steps in to carry the weight. It is the structure beneath the chaos, the engine that drives you forward day after day. Every successful person, every individual who has achieved mastery in any field understands this principle intuitively. They understand that consistency matters more than bursts of inspiration. They understand that small, repeated actions maintained over time build unshakable momentum. Motivation may light a fire, but discipline keeps it burning, providing the fuel, the oxygen, and the structure to ensure it grows rather than fizzles. It's in the daily choices, showing up even when you don't feel like it, putting in the hours, making the sacrifices, staying committed to the process. That transformation occurs. When you rely solely on motivation, you leave your life to chance, dictated by feelings that can betray you at the worst possible moment. But when you commit to discipline, you take control. You create a predictable, dependable system that propels you toward your goals with precision. Discipline is the bridge between where you are today and where you want to be, and it is the one factor that guarantees lasting change because it does not waver, it does not quit, and it does not depend on circumstances. The secret to extraordinary success is hidden in plain sight, and most people overlook it because they are searching for dramatic breakthroughs, overnight transformations, or sudden strokes of luck. The reality is that real lasting change is not born from massive singular efforts. It is forged through small, deliberate actions taken consistently over time. Every monumental achievement you admire in the world began not as a grand event, but as a single intentional step. These steps, repeated daily, compound in ways that are often invisible in the moment but unstoppable in the long run. Think about it like planting seeds in a garden. You don't plant a tree and expect it to bear fruit the next day. You water it, nurture it, protect it from storms, and day after day it grows stronger and taller until one day it becomes a towering presence that feeds and shelters you. Your actions are the seeds, your consistency is the water, and your discipline is the sunlight that ensures growth. People underestimate the power of the small things: writing a page of a book, taking a single phone call to build a relationship, exercising for 20 minutes, or investing a little money regularly. These may seem insignificant in isolation, almost invisible against the enormity of your ambitions, but when compounded day after day, they produce results that are exponential rather than linear. The magic happens because momentum builds quietly but relentlessly. The habits you form, no matter how small, accumulate interest in your life, and over months and years, they create a foundation so strong that success becomes inevitable. The moment you embrace this principle, you stop waiting for the perfect conditions, the perfect mood, or the perfect opportunity. You stop waiting for motivation to strike because you understand that every tiny action matters, every single day counts, and progress compounds quietly while the world chases shortcuts. You begin to see life differently. Each decision, each choice to act becomes meaningful. You begin to value consistency over intensity, persistence over bursts of inspiration, and patience over instant gratification. And the beauty of this approach is that it doesn't just lead to external results. It transforms your character, your confidence, and your identity. You are no longer someone who hopes for success. You become someone who earns it, builds it, and sustains it. Most people think of discipline as a restriction, as a set of rules meant to limit their freedom, but the truth is the exact opposite. Discipline is the key that unlocks true freedom. Without it, even the most exciting goals, the most inspiring dreams, and the boldest visions are nothing more than fleeting ideas that fade when life gets hard. Freedom without discipline is chaos. It is the illusion that you can do whatever you want, whenever you want, only to find that you are trapped by procrastination, distractions, and unfulfilled potential. Discipline, on the other hand, gives you control over your actions, your time, and your future. It allows you to make conscious choices rather than being driven by impulse or emotion. Imagine trying to build a skyscraper without a blueprint, without structure, without a plan. No matter how much energy you put in, the building would collapse. Discipline is that blueprint. It is the foundation that holds everything together. When you commit to consistent, disciplined action, you are no longer at the mercy of your feelings or the circumstances around you. You build habits that carry you forward even on days when motivation is nowhere to be found, when obstacles appear, or when doubt creeps in. These habits are the engines of freedom because they allow you to achieve more in less time, to create stability amidst uncertainty, and to focus on what truly matters without being derailed. B. By distractions. People who lack discipline are constantly reacting. They chase fleeting inspiration, jump from one idea to another, and never experience the deep satisfaction of seeing their goals realized. Those who embrace discipline, however, move with intention. They understand that freedom is not the absence of effort, but the result of consistent effort applied over time. The more disciplined you become, the more choices you have, the more control you possess, and the less your life is dictated by circumstance. Discipline creates a space where your dreams are no longer fragile or dependent on your mood. They become inevitable outcomes of your structured actions. It transforms work into a source of liberation, turning effort into opportunity and sacrifice into empowerment. The paradox is clear. By committing to discipline, by showing up day after day, by prioritizing consistency over comfort, you don't limit your life, you expand it. You create the freedom to pursue bigger goals, to explore new possibilities, and to live life on your terms rather than reacting to life's pressures. So many people chase success by waiting for inspiration, believing that a sudden burst of energy or a moment of brilliance will carry them to their goals. They picture dramatic leaps forward, big wins, and breakthrough moments as the path to achievement, only to find themselves frustrated, exhausted, and stuck when those moments never arrive. The truth is that success is rarely born from spectacular, one-time efforts. It is built quietly, consistently, and deliberately through routines and habits that become the scaffolding of your life. Habits are the invisible architecture behind every accomplishment. They shape the way you think, the way you act, and ultimately the results you achieve. Every successful person you admire, whether in business, sports, art, or personal development, didn't rely on random surges of energy. They relied on structured routines that reinforced their goals day in and day out. The power of routines lies in their ability to eliminate decision fatigue, to automate success, and to create momentum that compounds over time. When you cultivate strong habits, you no longer have to depend on willpower or fleeting motivation. Showing up becomes automatic because the system you've created carries you forward. Think of it like a river carving a canyon over decades. It is not a single torrent that shapes the landscape, but the continuous, consistent flow of water that gradually transforms the terrain. Similarly, your habits, repeated faithfully, shape your character, your discipline, and your results. Consistency compounds in ways that feel almost magical. though there's nothing mystical about it. It is simply the mathematics of repeated effort. Skipping one day doesn't destroy progress, just as missing a drop of water doesn't halt the river, but the accumulation of daily effort over weeks, months, and years leads to extraordinary outcomes that others often perceive as talent or luck. What separates those who achieve from those who dream is the willingness to embrace repetition, to honor routines, and to stay committed to processes that may feel mundane in the moment, but yield exponential results over time. Habits free you from reliance on emotion, distraction, and chance. They allow you to be intentional with your time, to focus on high-value actions, and to create a life where success is not a random event, but the natural outcome of disciplined, habitual behavior. Most people wait for the perfect moment, the right feeling, or a surge of inspiration before they take action, believing that emotions will guide them toward change. The problem is that feelings are unreliable. They fluctuate, fade, and often disappear at the worst possible time. Waiting for motivation, excitement, or confidence to appear is a recipe for inconsistency, frustration, and stalled progress. Real change does not come from fleeting emotions. It comes from a commitment to a system, a structure that carries you forward regardless of how you feel. A system is a framework of actions, habits, and processes that ensures you make progress day after day, week after week, month after month. It removes the dependency on mood, energy, or external circumstances, replacing it with predictability, stability, and momentum. Think about the people who achieve extraordinary results in life. They are not the ones who feel motivated every morning. They are the ones who have created a system so powerful and reliable that success becomes inevitable. They wake up, follow their routines, and take consistent actions even when they don't feel like it, even when challenges arise, and even when distractions tempt them away from their path. This commitment to a system is what separates dreamers from achievers. It is what turns goals from abstract wishes into tangible reality. A system allows you to focus on what matters most, to eliminate wasted effort, and to maximize your impact without relying on temporary bursts of energy. Each day becomes a building block, each action a deliberate step forward, and each challenge an opportunity to strengthen the process rather than abandon it. Over time, the accumulation of these actions transforms not just your results, but also your identity, your confidence, and your belief in what is possible. Systems create resilience because they are designed to function even when life is messy, when motivation wanes, and when obstacles appear. By committing to a system, you are no longer at the mercy of circumstance or emotion. You are in control. You are creating an engine that generates results independently of how you feel and teach. Beauty of this approach is that it turns consistency into momentum, routine into growth, and discipline into freedom. Once you embrace a system over feelings, you no longer rely on chance or luck. Your results become predictable, your progress inevitable, and your ability to achieve your goals unstoppable.